Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. Today we continue our drive south on I-95, beginning at mile 87 in Hanover County, Virginia, as we approach the Commonwealth's capital city of Richmond. A simplified sign on the left that we just passed gives drivers the general idea that the upcoming I-295 bypasses Richmond to the east, but it doesn't actually make a perfect bow like that. Also note that red star indicating the approximate position of Richmond on the map. In reality, I-295 twists and turns as a road should, and it actually crosses I-95 at the north end and extends a bit to the west before terminating at I-64. We've now entered the unincorporated community of Glen Allen, with a population of 16,187 as of the 2020 census. Now a growing suburb just outside Richmond, Glen Allen began as a small stop along the railroad in 1836. At that time, it was known as Mountain Road Crossing. The name Glen Allen later came from the homestead of a local landowner, Mrs. Benjamin Allen. We've also entered Henrico County, which wraps around Richmond to the west, north, and east. As of 2023, the county's estimated population stands at 334,760. Henrico is home to the Altria Group, formerly known as Philip Morris, one of the world's largest producers of tobacco and cigarettes. Interestingly, the company has since expanded into medical products used to treat illnesses caused by tobacco and cigarettes. Now we enter the unincorporated community of Chamberlain. The community is a census-designated place and had a population of 5,581 as of the 2020 census. The community is named after the prominent Chamberlain family, who have deep historical roots in Virginia. Notably, William Chamberlain was a Virginia planter, politician, and military officer. Now in the inner suburbs of Richmond, we enter the community of Lakeside, with a 2020 population of 12,203. In the late 19th century, Major Louis Ginter, a prominent Richmond businessman and philanthropist, helped shape the identity of this area. In 1895, he established the Lakeside Wheel Club, a cycling club that played a role in giving the community its name. He also developed Lakeside Park, which featured a man-made lake, hiking and cycling trails, and even a zoo, making it a popular getaway for Richmond's elite. We enter the independent city of Richmond, which has a long and complicated history stretching back to its founding in 1737. It played a major role in both the American Revolution and the Civil War, even serving as the capital of the Confederacy. Today, reminders of that history are everywhere, from the cobblestone streets of Shockoe Bottom to the preserved battlefields and historic homes scattered throughout the city. But Richmond isn't just about the past, it's a city that's constantly evolving. A key feature of Richmond's geography is the James River, which runs right through the heart of the city. Once a key trade route, it's now a hotspot for outdoor recreation with rapids, trails, and parks that attract locals and visitors alike. The riverfront has become a central gathering place, especially on warm days when people head out for kayaking, hiking, or just a walk along Belle Isle. Another notable feature seen right here is the concurrency of Interstate 64 and Interstate 95 through the city, creating a major transportation hub and making Richmond an important crossroads for drivers traveling up and down the East Coast. Richmond is also a major hub for business and education. Virginia Commonwealth University and the University of Richmond bring a steady flow of students, artists, and researchers to the city. Big companies like Capital One have headquarters here, contributing to a growing economy. At the same time, Richmond maintains a strong independent streak with small businesses, local entrepreneurs, and creative startups shaping its identity. Culturally, Richmond is a city with something for everyone. Art lovers have the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, history buffs can explore the American Civil War Museum, and music fans can find live shows in neighborhoods like Scott's Addition and Carytown. The city has also built a strong reputation for craft beer, with breweries popping up all over. Food-wise, Richmond has stepped well beyond traditional Southern cooking with a mix of international flavors and award-winning restaurants, giving it a growing food scene. Of course, Richmond has its challenges. Like many cities, it deals with issues of development, gentrification, and maintaining its historic identity while making room for progress. Some neighborhoods are seeing rapid change, while others hold on to their character despite the pressures of growth. Despite all that, Richmond has a way of pulling people in. It's a city where history meets modern energy, and where old warehouses turn into loft apartments and art studios. Whether you're passing through or putting down roots, Richmond always has another layer waiting to be discovered. As the concurrency with I-64 ends, I-95 becomes the Richmond-Petersburg Turnpike, which was a toll road until 1992. The turnpike covers the next 30 miles of I-95 and then extends another 5 miles onto I-85. As we leave Richmond and enter the community of Bensley, a tall stack interchange comes into view. This interchange connects I-95 with Virginia State Routes 150 and 895, Pocahontas Parkway, and Chippenham Parkway, and is built to such a height because it crosses the James River immediately to our left, giving marine traffic a clearance of 145 feet above the water's surface. But at the same time, 2 flyover ramps pass over I-95 at a height of only 13 feet 11 inches. We've also entered Chesterfield County, which has seen significant growth in recent decades. Established in 1749, the county has transformed from an agricultural area into a dynamic suburban community with a mix of residential, commercial, and recreational spaces. Known for its strong schools, family-friendly neighborhoods, and close proximity to Richmond, Chesterfield offers the benefits of suburban life while maintaining easy access to the city's urban amenities. The county also boasts several parks and outdoor attractions, including the James River and Appomattox River, both popular for hiking, boating, and fishing. Chesterfield is home to Chesterfield Town Center, one of the largest shopping malls in the area, and L.C. Bird High School, known for its strong academic and athletic programs. With a population of over 350,000 people, Chesterfield continues to attract new residents and businesses while preserving its community-oriented atmosphere and connection to its past. We enter the unincorporated community of Chester with a population of 23,414 as of the 2020 census. Chester's original downtown was once a key intersection where the Richmond and Petersburg Railroad running north to south met the Clover Hill Railroad. The Clover Hill line later became the Bright Hope Railway and eventually the Farmville and Powhatan Railroad. In 1900, when the Richmond and Petersburg merged with the Atlantic Coast Line, that new railroad intersected the same east-west route, which would become the Tidewater and Western Railroad in 1905. The Seaboard Air Line also passed through Chester in 1900, running north to south, though today, the Chester Linear Park occupies that former railbed, offering a scenic path for pedestrians and cyclists. Chester is also home to some significant historical events. In April 1781, during the American Revolution, Osborne's Landing was the site of Action at Osborne's, where General Benedict Arnold destroyed much of Virginia's navy. Nearly a century later, in May 1864, Chester Station was the scene of the Battle of Chester Station during the Bermuda Hundred campaign of the Civil War. This area was hit hard by Hurricane Isabel in 2003, causing widespread damage. We enter the independent city of Colonial Heights, with a population of 18,170 as of the 2020 census, a smaller population than some of the unincorporated CDPs we've been passing through. Colonial Heights is home to the world's largest Arby's, and if we'd known that, we would have stopped for lunch. The restaurant has seating for over 200 people in its 7,126 square foot facility. The restaurant's decor was inspired by the rustic charm of Disney's Wilderness Lodge, with a cozy lodge-like atmosphere. We conclude today's video at mile 53. Thanks for watching. We'd like to give special thanks to our channel members listed at the end of each video. Click the join link below and you can become a member and get early access to our regular videos. Or it doesn't cost you anything at all to give us a thumbs up, share on social media, subscribe, leave a comment below, and join us for our next 504 road trip.